loves, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. My name is Tyla. So thanks for tuning in. This is the journal session series episode 2, where we do journal prompts and I write with you guys, and I even share my answers towards the end. So I gotta get in my zone. I like to light a nice candle, cleanse my space, and today's prompt is all about tips for the new month. I love to restart and refresh at the beginning of each month. I feel like it's a really important time to reflect on the previous month, things that you can do better, things that you can work on for this new month, set some new goals. So today I have a couple questions, so let's get into it. Our first question: what can you improve on this month? Even if you feel like you've had the best previous month, there's always room for improvements. So when I answer these questions, I like to answer as honestly as possible and analyze every area of my life, my connections, my career, my self-growth. Kind of just think about every aspect of your life and what you feel that you can improve on. For me, and my answer was that this month I can improve my sleep schedule and overall schedule and planning. This previous month, I would stay up late to plan/schedule for the next day instead of at the start of the week or in the mornings. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a night owl. I am not a morning person, although I do get up in the morning because it's the easiest when you just wake up super early because you have more time in the day, But I am a night owl and I tend to stay up mad late, literally scheduling, writing down ideas, and doing all of that type of stuff because I just feel so creative at night and I get a lot of creative ideas at night. So I tend to kind of schedule the next day the night before. But that kind of messes up my sleep schedule because then I can't wake up as early as I would like, and it's definitely not as organized, I would say. So that's my main thing that I'm trying to improve on for this next upcoming month. I was consistent with this before, but my schedule got so sporadic that I kind of fell off of the original schedule. So if you have trouble with figuring out what you need to do to make the most out of your days, definitely schedule at either the beginning of your week or the mornings. Now on to question number 2. So what habits do you want to establish and which habits do you want to erase? Habits play a huge role in your day-to-day, in your lifestyle, just in everything. So it's really important to look at this aspect of your life and think about the habits that you don't like and habits that you maybe want to implement. Habits really do take some time to overcome, especially some more than others. So make sure to be patient with yourself overall with all of these questions. Be patient with yourself when it comes to these goals and everything that we're writing today, because it is easy to write it out and to say it, but once it comes to actually implementing these goals and being consistent with them and sticking to it, it is going to get tricky. Some days you may fall off. It's like the beginning of the year when everybody sets their New Year's resolutions and then they fall off like 2 months into the year. But just be patient with yourself, especially when it comes to this question and releasing certain habits, because it may take time, but give yourself that grace, that love, and understand that even if you do slip up, you can always pick it back up. So as for my answer, I wrote the habit that I want to establish is getting up as soon as my alarm goes off, and the habit that I want to erase is scrolling through my phone first thing in the morning, regardless if it's to do research. So I have a really bad habit of waking up early, then scrolling on my phone. And I do go through Instagram, I do go through TikTok, YouTube, but for the most part, I'm usually researching things, and I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know why I do this, but it's like I get up and I just be ready to research things. I don't know. So it's not even like I'm just scrolling, mindlessly, but at the same time too, it's really not good to do anything first thing in the morning, but clear your mind to set the intentions for the day. So my goal really is to, as soon as my eyes open, I can, lay there for like a good second. I don't have to jump right out my bed, but to just take some deep breaths and meditate. Meditating is really going to set your mood for the day. It's going to give you so much mental clarity, which overall is going to help your day to go out as it should. Each morning, your body naturally resets its dopamine levels, so you have a boost of dopamine, But when you go on social media and you do all these things and you scroll, you're getting a false sense of dopamine. And dopamine is basically the chemicals in your body that allow for pleasure, satisfaction, and motivation. Now on to the third question, and this one's technically not a question, but this one's just to list all the things that you're grateful for. Always, always, always practice gratitude. I don't care how small the thing is that you're grateful for. I don't care if you're not that grateful for much. You can find something to be grateful about. And the thing about gratitude is that it attracts miracles and it teaches you how to truly be happy in life. Literally, when you're grateful for the little things that you have, even if you don't feel like you have much, when you finally do have those things that you really want and desire, you're going to learn to be so much more appreciative. You're going to always be happy because you're not constantly chasing outside sources. You're grateful for whatever it is that you have. And this is a really important thing to just embody and to learn and understand. So write out everything that you're grateful for. It can be in your current present moment. It could be today. It can be from the past month, things that happened. Just write out a whole list. As for my answer to this question, I wrote, I am grateful for my mind, body, and soul. I am grateful for my life path and the obstacles I overcame and continuously overcome. I am grateful for those that support me and for my family and my friends. Now we're on to question number 4, and then we have one more after this. So this question is, what area of your life feels out of balance and how can you correct it? I really like this question because I feel like sometimes we get so caught up in our life that we don't realize that certain areas of it are out of balance. And not only that, but sometimes we're experiencing hardships or we're going through certain things and we don't realize that it's because a certain area of our life is out of balance. To kind of give you an example of what I mean by this, me and my diet, right? So I do not eat enough, but I don't really get hungry like that. Like I do, and I'll have like one huge meal out of the day, but then I wonder why my energy is so low sometimes. And that really stops my productivity because when I don't have the energy to continuously perform and take on the tasks that I have for the day, that really stops me from being as productive as I could be. So that's really what I wrote for my answer. That's kind of my whole dilemma and what's out of balance for me. I would say my diet. So I think that it's really important to just look at each area of your life and figure out what's out of balance because sometimes, like I said, we get so wrapped up in our own world, we don't really realize that certain things are off. So for my answer, I wrote, I would say my eating habits because I eat healthy but not enough. I have a bad habit of working, then eating after, and I will correct this by having a balanced meal at the start of the day so that I will have the energy to take on my task properly and continue cooking. And last but not least, how do you want to prioritize your time this month? So what do you want this overall month of June to look like? How do you envision it? What types of things do you want to do? How do you want to spend your time? What do your goals consist of? What do they look like? Look at this month as a clean, fresh slate. Anything that happened in the previous month, release it. If you're having trouble releasing it, write about it. Ask yourself questions about it. Ask yourself why it is that you feel like you can't release this thing. But I always like to look at each day, each month, each week as a fresh start because it really is. And at the end of the day, all we have is this present moment. So it's really important to cherish that and to make the most out of the present. You can literally do whatever that you want in this month. The ball is in your court. So go big, do what you want. And have fun with it. Like literally set aside time to really do self-care and things too. It's not always just about working, going, but also about taking time to stop and really just embrace life because life already is hectic as it is. You don't need to continuously push yourself and continuously be in that grind mode and be working towards something. I really do like setting goals and I do like working, and it's fun, especially when you do things that you love. But at the same time, it is nice to prioritize self-care. So make sure that you do add that into your schedule. And self-care looks different for everybody. Me, I like yoga, I like bubble baths and skincare and dancing and art. But for you, it may look like skateboarding, or it may look like boxing or running, or I don't know, bowling. whatever it is that you feel. But just make sure that you prioritize that as well in this month of June. As for me and my answer, I wrote, I want to prioritize my time by having a balanced schedule where I can work hard, but always make time for self-care, healing, things I love, family and friends, and my spiritual health. I want to create more content so that I can be consistent on all my social platforms, so making time for content as well. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for taking the time out to journal with me if you did, and I am so proud of you. I had so much fun, and I can't wait to see you guys in episode 3. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe, comment, share, and I will see you guys in the next one.